Hello students, welcome back. Today is going to be Lipids Part 7. This will be our last lecture of the semester. I know, great sadness. When we stopped last, we were talking about the phospholipases, and the last phospholipase that we're going to discuss will be phospholipase C. And so let's first draw ourselves a phospholipid. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, let's draw a phospholipid here. Actually, I'm going to draw this a little lower. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. This is our glycerol. Oh, that was wrong. Has to be an ester linkage, so I need an O there. C. There's my fatty acid. Now, this second one has to go to the left, so just remember that. 2, and our third, we have 2 fatty acids, and we're gonna draw phosphatidylinositol 4,5-bisphosphate, and so that's going to be. This is going to be our phospholipid of choice, or our head group. So we're going to draw inositol. So remember, on inositol, 3 of them go down. The 3 on the left go down. O, P. So all 3 of these go down. And on the right, everything goes up. Except for this one. And so if you numbered the carbons on inositol, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and I did that wrong. This is supposed to go down. I'm not going to put the H on these yet. These 2, because on 4 or 5. Those are the 2 I don't want the H on yet. And so on the 4 and 5 hydroxyls on inositol, we're going to put right. It should be up. I don't know why I did that. Yes, everything on the left is down. Everything on the right is up. Okay. Thank you all. So this is POO and POO. And so this phospholipid is phosphatidylinositol 4,5-bisphosphate. So this is going to be, so if we name this, it's a big name, and it's very important, and we've discussed this one in signal transduction, phosphatidylinositol 4, 5, but when we're in signal transduction, you did not have to know even the name of this one. All you had to know was its product, 4,5-bisphosphate. And that is our phospholipid. And now, which phospholipase? Oops, I need this here. Let's put our H's here. Which phospholipase is going to cleave this one? Phospholipase C, and we're going to cleave right here. Now D would cleave here where the blue is, but we aren't even going to discuss D. We're just going to discuss phospholipase C. So phospholipase C is going to cleave here, PLC. Okay. Everyone okay with this one? Now I'm going to show you, after that cleavage takes place, we're going to have two products. But we need one more reactant that we haven't shown. Water, exactly. And so we need plus water. So we're going to have water, phosphatidylinositol bisphosphate, phospholipase C. The phospholipase C, along with the water, are going to hydrolyze the phosphatidylinositol bisphosphate. Let's abbreviate phosphatidylinositol bisphosphate. It is abbreviated PIP2. PIP2. Phosphatidylinositol bisphosphate. Why is it not phosphatidylinositol 4,5 biphosphate? Exactly, because the two phosphates aren't together. In ATP, are the phosphates together? They are. That's why it's called adenosine triphosphate instead of adenosine trisphosphate. Make sense? Excellent. Okay, so because this is so big and we're going to have a lot of room, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this page here. That way I can select all of this. I'm going to select all of this and just make it smaller to make the products. I mean, you have paper, so you have more room than I do. So I'm going to make this smaller. Okay. Now I'm going to create the products. So I'm going to put an arrow here. And now let's put our two products. Okay. And of course, we're going to have glycerol here. Okay, we have that. And we have OH, H2. Now that product should make sense. The only thing we did was we removed that phospho head group. Okay, so that's one product, and the other product is going to be everything here is down, down, and up. Okay. So the first product is just going to be the glycerol with the fatty acids, and the second product is going to be our inositol with 3 phosphates on it. 3 phosphates. So if we numbered these, this will still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because they all should be negative. They should all be negative because they don't have the protons. They're phosphates instead of phosphoric acids. They're the conjugate bases of the acids. If the protons were there, they would be the acids. Everyone okay with these structures? Do the structures make sense coming from those reactants, coming from the reactant? All we did was split it. And that enzyme, the enzyme that does that is PLC, phospholipase C. Should we write that? Or do you all know? Phospholipase C. What well, I'll get to that in the question section. Okay? Now let us name these products. Let us name these products. Okay? Does anyone have any idea what the name of this first one is? I'm going to underline it so you'll know on the video. Anybody have any idea what the name of this one is? Okay, let me ask you this then. If I had another fatty acid attached to this glycerol, what would it be? It doesn't have phosphate. It doesn't have a phosphate. It can't be phosphatidic acid. What if I had another fatty acid attached to this glycerol? What would it be? You would have three fatty acids attached to glycerol. What is that called? A triglyceride, or a what else what's another name for a triglyceride? A triacylglycerol. A triacylglycerol. However, this one only has two, so it won't be a triacylglycerol. It would be a diacylglycerol. Diacylglycerol. I don't know if we went over this in signal transduction, but diacylglycerol activates one of our protein kinases. It activates protein kinase C. It activates protein kinase C. So phospholipase C activates protein kinase C indirectly. Okay. Now, our second product. We've seen this second product. We know what it does. What cation does it release from the endoplasmic reticulum? Calcium. What is the name of this product? IP3. Exactly. This is IP3. Remember, beta-1 adrenergic receptor activates GQ. GQ activates phospholipase C. 1,2,3, 1QC. And then phospholipase C releases diacylglycerol, which activates protein kinase C, and it releases IP3, which releases calcium to give you contraction. Remember, it's all kind of coming together now, right at the end. Okay. Now, what's the complete name of IP3? You can give me the first part easily. What is the name? IP3 is the abbreviation. What's the name? Inositol. That makes sense since there's a big I there. Inositol. Yes, but give me the numbers. What are the numbers? Where do those phosphates attach? 1, 4, 5. Tris. Why is it not tri? Because they're not connected. Exactly.
When you were drawing, I believe it was Monday when you drew the inositol, you numbered them differently. You had the one where the 5 is.
Right. I was just, because we weren't doing, we weren't doing, there were no substitutions on there. The reason I called that a 1 is to help you remember all of the right side is down, all of the left side is up, except 1 if you thought of it like a carbohydrate, because that's what an anomeric carbon would be. So when you draw it, you will know that the one where the anomeric carbon would be on a carbohydrate would break the rule. But that's not carbon number 1. Carbon number 1. Exactly. Good question. Her question was on Monday, when I numbered inositol, I gave the number 1 to where the anomeric carbon would be on a carbohydrate.
Would this be like an essay question where you would give us the initial? Oh, that's right.
Exactly. So you all are dodging a huge bullet for this one, because there are going to be no essay questions. No essay questions on this test. Yes, all you have to do is just know the structures, basically. You don't have to draw anything. Okay. Now, inositol trisphosphate, IP3. In signal transduction, what does it do? Exactly. You're going to have, in your ER here, you're going to have calcium, and it's going to release that calcium from the ER. Make sense? Okay. I have nothing else to teach you all. That's everything. That's an entire biochemistry course. Any questions?
We're going to have a review session.
I guess if you all would like to, I don't know, when will we have it?
That'd be a really long review session too.
When? Today is the last class.
I'm in for every class. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is the last class for everyone.
Tomorrow I'm studying. Yeah. Ryan suggested during our original lab time.
I thought people had to makeup test.
No, that's already, that was last class.
He said 9 at 8 o'clock though.
You all, oh, we can't do it tomorrow anyway because my freezer broke. And the guy is coming tomorrow.
That feels like a bad excuse on it. My freezer broke. Like, I can't make it to the exam. I have to wash my hair that morning.
Any questions? Any questions? It's been a joy having you all. I hope you all have a good life.
Thank you, Dr. Mayor.
Have a great life, you all.
I'm not going to make it to last.